Tony Pollard wrapped up by the newly extended Nick Bonito, coming off a fabulous season last year in All-Pro campaign. Okonkwo in motion, handoff for Pollard. That ball comes out, and it's grabbed by Denver and Brandon Jones. It's Ward looking to throw, under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bonito.
He's got the same look with the elbow brace and all.
Cam Ward in the end zone, goes down. It's Jonathan Cooper. They're going to mark him outside of the end zone.
Ridley's their ace.
He's at the top of the formation. Cam Ward scrambling around and finally brought down by Justin Sternad. Ward spinning away, trying to get away from the pressure. It's still Udo at right tackle. And Cam Ward running out of time, and down he goes at Zach Allen. Here comes the blitz. Cam Ward hit as he throws. That ball is loose. They're going to let it play through. It's Denver football no matter what. And the Broncos defense comes up yet again to help win the game in week 1.
You see some right here with Ogletree, the tight end. Second down and 2. Taylor the fake. Here goes Jones. Oh, reading it well. Nice play by Ellis. Jonah Ellis. And Jones to the end zone. And broken up beautifully by Moss. They were aiming for Alec Pierce. 16 of the Broncos. Jones, here they come up the middle. They got him. Flag thrown. Big time play. Sternad. Second down and 9. Doing on the move. Here goes Jones. Warren bobbled it. Thrown him back. Incomplete coverage by Locke. Offense playing with a lot of confidence. 1st and 10. From the 31. Oh, devoured inside by Jones. Bronco defense have been good on third down defense this season. Herbert in trouble. Nasty pocket. Down he goes. Jones again.
Under Sean Payton over with the Broncos, in 2 of those years early in Herbert's career, he was the OC here in LA.
Oh, they come on the side. Bonito. He torpedoes than at any time in Herbert's career. 3rd down and 11. They come up again. Grabbed and brought down. Cooper. Off the side, pinching this Denver defense. 3rd down and 9. Hampton the back. And they bring 5. Hit as he throws. Deflected it. Intercepted. It's picked off on the play. Brandon Jones on the ricochet. McConkey can't get him. Hampton will force him out of bounds. It's an interception. It's the first pick of the season by the Denver defense. On the deflection, stopping the charge. To the end zone. Incomplete. Coverage there. A Denver punt. Chargers have it 1st and 10. Here they come. Bonito! Like a torpedo. Picks him again. 3rd down 4. Herbert to the air. They got him again. Oh, they snuff him, bringing him down. John Franklin Myers with the eye. 1st and 10. Hampton, rookie, and grabbed initially down low by Tillman and then spun down.
Pressure off the edge. Browning is down. It's Cooper. There have been 10 accepted penalties against the Bengals. 1st and 20 as a result. Browning is sacked by Bonito. And they're right on their season average for rush yards in the game. 48. A sack by John Franklin Myers.
Disruption with your communication up front. Who's coming, who's not.
3rd and 13. They back off. They rush 4. Hurts gets time. Not now. They get him. That is Zach Allen along with Nick Bonito. 3rd and 15. And they got him again. His old Oklahoma teammate, Nick Bonito, with another. On 3rd and 13. Here they come. They got him from behind. That is McMillan, who comes up from the secondary to get the sack. 1st and 10. the pocket, in trouble. Again, this is going to use a lot of clock here. They got the sack. Bonito.
Again, now making it 2nd and 13. Fields' first pass. All kinds of time. Moving to his right. Running out of time. Fields flips that one out and doesn't go anywhere. Isaiah Davis taking the hit from Talanoa Hufanga. Completed passes for 1 yard for Justin Fields. Let's see if he can get more. Runs out of time, and he can't run out of the pocket. Fields runs out of time. And Jonathan Cooper.
I'm not normally speechless, but I'm trying to figure this out.
Fields tries to avoid the rush and cannot. Trailed all the way to that safety that put him in this spot. 3rd and 5. Fields patting the ball, and that's the end of it. Hufanga. Fields, long time. And he runs out with his helmet off. Look out. Now is Jonathan Cooper on the play. Fields is sacked. Nick Bonito leading the way. Fields tucks, is taken down. Big first down sack from the 44 of the Broncos. Fields surveys, fires. It is incomplete already. Minute 14 to go. This is essentially the game as the Jets are out of timeouts. Fields avoids the sack until he can't. Manhurts in motion. 1st and 10. Dart. Here comes the pressure from Cooper, and down he goes. Sacked back at the 15. After the Bronco punt at the 15, it's a pitch out to Scattaboo, who gets away from one. Looked like he was 2nd down 9. Giants tight ends been big today. 5 catches, 113 yards. Dart to the air. Good cup. Illuminor held him off. Tillman will chase, and they got him. 2nd sack today. 2nd field goal earlier this season. 3rd down 18. Tie records coming in. Dart deflected again, and once again it's Allen. His 2nd deflected pass today of a Giant quarterback throw. Notre Dame running back from Appleton, Wisconsin, Rocky Blyers. 2nd down 9. Trace through the back. Bellinger on the move. They pull him. Van Roten will try to block with Bellinger, and it's read well, and here comes the entourage led by DJ Jones.
Denver's not stacked in at the line of scrimmage.
It's a 3rd and 5. They come up the middle. Heavy pressure in the third. Intercepted. It's picked off by Sternad. He breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Now inside the 20. Oh, disaster. What a play. 21-yard return. Sternad comes up with the pick. It's 1st and 10. Thomas the block. Crumbling pocket. Grab below. Zach Allen cut him. Jackson Dart, 3rd down and 19. Moving up, has time downfield, and broken up by Surtain. Thomas a block. Dart going deep and looking, and it was broken up at the 1 and incomplete, looking for Bo Collins.
3rd and 5. Here comes the pressure. Tries to spin out of it, and they take him down. 2nd and goal at the 1. No, man was wide open.
Yep.
He threw the interception. They fake it to Williams. Prescott throws, and that's knocked down. Trying to go to Pickens, and it was Surtain. It's interesting. They got Surtain.
Looks one-on-one. Are they going to keep it that way?
Pass. Knocked down. Incomplete. But Dallas has designs on getting much closer.
This is like bringing out Nolan Ryan. It's like he's different.
Prescott intercepted. Picked off. Broncos able to take it away with Jahdae Barron.
Your body weight's going down. You can't drive him into it. You got to like soften it and try and help the quarterback a little bit. He didn't do that.
Intercepted. That's Ellis. No, it's not. It's Tillman. Look at Tillman running. That is Dondre Tillman with the interception. And just as impressive of the pick.
13th play of this opening drive. They had a 16-play opening drive last week that resulted in 3. Stroud looking, pocket collapsing, he's in trouble, and they got him. Zach Allen. 3rd down and goal. Mills, pressure comes, in trouble, down he goes. Jonathan Cooper.
Smith in the pocket, waiting, looking, hit from behind. Down he goes at the 43-yard line. Zach Allen. 3rd and 12. There's another one. Right on cue. Nick Bonito. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line. Oh, look out. Tackle made in the backfield that time. Nick Bonito on Brock Bowers. And away they go. And Smith's going to get sacked. Worst of all outcomes. Lockett goes to the outside. Smith. Down he goes at the 32-yard line. That pressure again. Allen and Bonito converge. Because of the 2 timeouts, 3rd down and 1. Under pressure again. Look out from behind. Flips it. It's caught. But that means next to nothing, and he stays in bounds. Does Jenny. Yard line. The Raiders now on a 1st down with Smith over the middle. In the air, deflected and intercepted. And into Raider territory comes Dondre Tillman. And look at him gallop all the way inside the 35 with another flag down. Flag coming down on the coming out of the right side. Smith looking in trouble. Eats it.
40. Here's Mahomes on 3rd and 1. They get him for the first time. They're on him. And they got him again. Look who comes up. It's McMillan. There's a 3rd and 14. Looking for options. Trying to get away from Franklin Myers and throws, intercepted. That's McMillan with it. And a flag down. McMillan takes off, slips through the tackle, and Thornton's not going to let him get away. Thornton knocks him down, and the ball goes out of bounds.
I believe this will stand. I think it's a block in the back after the interception.
Barely beat the play clock. Here comes the blitz, and they got him back at the 14. It's McMillan for the 2nd time.
Remarkable story. Fortunate timing, and great to see him back out there. That's Hufanga from his safety spot, slamming down. Similar physical style. 3rd and 8. Mariota throwing to the sideline. Is that held in? Let's see. Jalen Lane. Nope. Lane going up for it. Got it broken up. Riley Moss, who has been thrown at and picked on a lot.
Runs 8-9 deep. And it is hard to come up with a scheme that's going to protect the quarterback against all of that.
Jump pass. Mariota intercepted. Down the sideline. Greenlaw's got it. Greenlaw to the 34-yard line. So they moved it down there well. Mariota was in position to try to make a play. Ill-advised jump pass is picked by the veteran Dre Greenlaw. As Jaden Daniels watches from above. 7 of 11 passing tonight. He's going to keep this, try to outrun to the edge. He's going to lose yardage. Both backs, Rodriguez and McNichols in. Mariota buying time, throwing for Ertz down the middle. He got it, and it's out. Ertz had it, and as he came to the ground, he got punched out. Incomplete. Oh, big throw and play. Washington for the win. Mariota has it rejected by Bonito, and Denver has won 9 in a row.
They had a walk-in touchdown. They had a walk-in touchdown. All they had to do was get it over the head.
As Las Vegas opens up this drive on its own 5-yard line. Geno Smith Able to get it to Genti, who barely gets out of the end zone to the 3-yard line.
Boxing gloves keep you from grabbing, correct? You get not using your fingers, just have to be able to use your body control.
Geno Smith is sacked, dragged down by Malcolm Roach. And already 27 yards and penalties here in the first half. Geno hanging in there. Geno is sacked again. Geno throwing deep for Tucker, and Pat Surtain got a hand on it. Good play by the all-pro corner, and now it's 4th down.
And then come back and see if you can change it.
This is a dangerous play here. Geno in trouble, and he's sacked, and Denver's going to get the ball back. Starting to incorporate some of these younger players, which a lot of Raiders fans have wanted to see. Pickett in trouble, and he's sacked. And it is Nick Bonito. He now has 11 and a half.
They trust Jacobs with the call, and it's busted up by Hufanga, who is able. Here's Love, looking right side. Dobbs. Moss was over there to help break it up. Right now. We'll watch the play first, because they're going deep. They're going deep, and stepping in front is Surtain with the pick, and Watson was hurt. Surtain high stepping and slipping by one tackle attempt. Love going down for the first time today. Across the middle, intercepted. It's Moss. Officials have ruled him down. They've ruled him down by contact. Love was trying to hit Dontavian Wicks.
That's rare.
2 big picks in the second half. 2nd and 8. And a sack on this one. Packers have got to have it. Not going to get a pass away. The orange rush.
On 3rd and 4, they rush 4. Lawrence trying to escape. Can he get away? He cannot. Riley Moss. Pressure up the middle. Lawrence is in trouble. Down he goes. Malcolm Roach. 3rd sack of the day. Lawrence will keep it. He's buried. Outstanding play by Q Robinson. Lawrence, pressure up the middle, throws to the end zone, batted away. Riley Moss spiked it out of the hands of Jacoby Myers. The stadium is shaking. 3rd and 10, Lawrence under pressure. Lawrence will go down. Second and 6. Lawrence to throw. Backside pressure. Lawrence scrambles, and a lunging stop made by DJ Jones.
Onadokin throws to the outside court, but the tackle is made as the catch is made. P.J. Locke.
It's a 3rd and 5. And Lance from the pocket gets picked off. Off the deflection, and here we go with the run back. Inside the 20, McMillan is in for the touchdown. He's already replaced Brandon Jones, who's out for the season at that safety position. Lance in trouble. Benito's on him, and then gets some help. 3rd and 8, and Allen has come back in. And look at that, Sternad coming in. Here's Lance, knocked out of his hands, and the Broncos are on it. Benito is the one who got the strip. It looked like Roach on top of the football. Jones is there too. Yeah, Jones is the one who ended up with it.
These guys can cover too well.
And they're in Denver territory. Now they're not. Now they're in Charger territory. As they get another. Can they pull it off? Lance to Vidal, and he is stuck right away. Surtain comes up and makes the kind of highlight play that on 10 rushes. Here's another one to Cook. And Cook fumbles, and the Broncos are right there. Singleton delivered the blow that knocked the ball out, and Denver has the recovery with Hufanga. On first down, Allen, they got to him. Nowhere to hide. As no kneel down, no timeouts. Tried to load it up. Better head to the sideline if he wants another play. Oh, he lost the football.
That's why you never do that.
It is picked up by the Broncos, and there's time on the clock. It's picked up by Key, the first team All-Pro special teamer who was in as an extra defensive back, and they have a chance to add 3 more. You've never liked who will take the snap from McGovern, the starter who has returned. And look at Cook. Line up right behind the right guard. Here they come, and they fumble again. They got to him from behind with Benito. And the recovery belongs to Denver.
Moving on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
First and 10. Again. Oh, what a hit by Hufanga on Knox. Little pass behind the line of scrimmage, and the Broncos are wise to it. McMillan.
And now all of a sudden you're seeing him be the poised veteran after he had 2 turnovers of his own. You got to be able to put that aside and come back.
Second and 14. Deep ball down the field, and he is intercepted by Locke. Locke jumps right in front of the receiver and takes it right back for the Denver Broncos. Allen still has it. Cuts back to the middle, and he got... Oh, the ball is out again.
I didn't hear a whistle. Coming after him, all out.
They pick it up, and they go deep down the field, and the pass is caught. No, it's... McMillan has the football. How about that? Jaquan McMillan ends up in a wrestling match with the football. Second and 12. Protected. Launching. And knocked away. That is Surtain. Second and 6. Bootleg and May chased and thrown down. That is Q Robinson.